What's your next one?
Okay, number 2.
People who don't want to do what the brains would be better at doing.
Right, okay, no, I'll get around that sentence. Now, tell me again.
Brains that don't want to do what their owners are good at.
Ah, so now it's the brain's fault. Before you said you were going to put people in who don't do what their brain's good at, but now you've changed that. Now you're putting the blame on the brain. Now you want to put in brains who don't want to do what their owners are good at. I like the fact that you own a brain.
Okay, no, I just need a bit more clarification, Rick. Before you ask questions, can you just expand on that point, please, KP?
Do you know, like, people decide what they want to do,
Right.
don't they, for a living?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they're not good enough.
Right.
You mean they have a dream and they can't fulfill it because they haven't got the skill or...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not good for anything.
No.
It's just that they haven't unlocked the thing that they're good at.
Right.
Which is fair enough. You can't always find what's going on. There's a lot going on in the brain.
Yeah.
You know, there might be something up there that you just never find, which is sad. Right?
Right.
But
You mean you may never discover your full potential because you may never stumble across it. You may never have the means.
Yeah.
But that of course, yeah.
I only got into hospital radio because my dad was in hospital. So I found out about this thing and I thought, I didn't even know this existed. I want to go at
Of
it.
course. But I mean, there's much bigger issues there that the poor working class people don't get the same opportunities. People in the third world, when you're worrying about whether you're going to live through the next few days, you don't start thinking, I wonder if I can play the cello.
Can I refer you back though, Rick? You made an interesting point there, but I fear that's not exactly what Carl was saying. I don't think that his point was quite that profound.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something to do with the brain not allowing its owner.
Yeah, because that's the bit that annoys me. Fair enough if a brain hasn't decided what it wants to do, because you.
What is this?
Let him finish.
God, this thing
let him
about
finish.
the brain
Shut up.
being in charge, like the numbskulls.
Because it hasn't found its destiny type thing.
The brain
But
hasn't found its destiny.
when someone is good at something and they know the brain is good at something, but then they don't want to do it and they want to go off and do something else.
Sorry, who's to blame here? The person or the brain? I'm talking like him now.
I don't know
Who are you putting into room 102? What annoys you? A brain that doesn't let its owner know what it's good at, or an owner that won't do what the brain wants to do?
I think it's the owner, because say like a bloke who's good at plumbing.
Yeah.
His brain loves plumbing. His brain loves plumbing. He's sick of plumbing, so he goes off to try and
Unplumb.
No, he's going to do something else.
He's going to do something else.
He's carpentry.
Now, they say in this country the problem is we haven't got enough tradesmen.
Right.
We don't have enough plumbers.
Right.
There's enough plumbers' brains.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
Shut up. Let him please finish.
Because
This is like beds and pillows
brains have not changed over the years. The brain is exactly the same. But it's the owner of the brain that's in charge. The brain could be going, I want to go for a walk, or I want to go and find something out. But if your body's too lazy to get up and go and see the stuff, the brain isn't going to get what it wants.
It doesn't make sense, Carl.
Right,
you are your
this.
brain. You could have a good point if you said this. You could say that everyone's brain has the ability to become a plumber.
Yeah.
Your brain, yeah.
But I don't know if it has, you see, because this is the thing. When I was younger, when I first left school, I had 2 jobs I wanted to do. I wanted to be a joiner, right, or a car mechanic. I had a go at sort of joinery. Couldn't really get my head around it. Right? Did work placement at a garage, messed it up, got kicked out.
What did you do?
Now the thing is,
why did you get kicked out?
Just because I messed the garage up.
How did you mess it up?
The fella he's a bit moody, this fella, and he just decorated his garage. And
You are like the slug in this scenario, aren't you?
He just, do you know, like they paint the floor and everything, make it with lines in it and everything like that.
Right. What did you do?
And he painted it white. You shouldn't have white in a garage. Stupid with all the oil about and that. It's not the right colour, is it? It's like getting a white sofa. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
So he'd painted it all, and then he sort of said, "Do you want to change the oil on the car?" So yeah, go on then. So what do I do? He said, you pull a sump out, stick a bucket underneath, catch the oil. All right then. Go down there, pull the sump out, hold the bucket, but because of the pressure, the oil doesn't come straight out, it floats out sideways. Went all over his white floor, he went mental, kicked me out. Now the thing is, that wasn't really my fault, my brain didn't know. It was showing an interest.
What? Right.
Let him finish!
Oh, God, what does he mean?
Shut up,
the brain,
fault and my
please.
brain.
The brain was showing an interest, but at the end of the day, if it hasn't got the knowledge, what can it do? Now, you could say, was that my fault or my brain's fault?
No, I'd never say that. People may be in the wrong job. You might not discover what you're really
Yeah, but I'm
brilliant
talking
at.
about, you get people, all right, let's go to the extreme. People with no legs who want to be swimmers. Don't be stupid.
Oh, God! Oh,
I'm so annoyed. Is this a big problem?
It's madness, isn't it? It's mad that the brain wants to do that so much. The brain's in the wrong body almost. Yeah, are you in me?
No.
A plumber who can plumb is annoying when he jacks it in as a living because there's other brains who can't do plumbing. They don't get their head round it.
This means.
Look, you must have learned the same stuff at school as me, but a lot of it wasn't interesting to my brain. I wasn't bothered. It wasn't into taking it in. Yet look at me in like editing and all that. I can use all that equipment because my brain's happy with it.
Yeah, you found something you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why aren't I good at plumbing or joinery or being a mechanic?
You're probably not interested in it.
I loved it as a
But
kid.
people do have different brains. People are different. Some people are more higher logic, low emotion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're putting in room 102 because you're saying it's like this brain's wandering around looking for a body and it goes, oh, I'll choose that body. Hang on, this body doesn't even want to do some plumbing.
It's a matter of taste. It's just a matter of taste.
It's good to do what you're good at and stop chasing a dream.
This is the most complicated thing. You could just put in noisy kids. Like, Ricky, why is this is a brain that
Because someone else would have done noisy kids. There's no point everyone putting in the same thing.
But I don't even know what your point is here.
For example, what I put in were parents who ignore their kids running riot in a restaurant or on a train. The arrogance of them thinking that, isn't it fun? That there was someone to blame. I was basically putting in bad parenting, or there was someone. I wasn't going a brain who wanted to be a plumber, but the plumber didn't.
I'm not putting the brain in. It's just people. If I had a really good skill, I'd hope that I'd use it.
You don't know what you're good at until you try it. You might be the best drummer in the world.
I know, but they're the people I'm having a go at. They're the people who I'm having a go at. The people who know they can do something, but they don't do it.
So people who don't fulfil their own potential.
That's a good one.
Is that a better point?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But there's nothing to do with this duality, this brain versus person. I don't know what that is. It's a weird thing you've got. A really weird little kink you've got, that you think this brain is another entity that lives in your head, that you own it, and you've got to become the master of it. Like some sort of weird dog. Who am I talking to now, Carl or his brain?
We're both listening.
Well, I will put in people who don't fulfil their full potential. Slugs are safe, but people who don't fulfil their full potential, you have got into room 102.